The band is back together. It's time for Top That Trade. Joining us now, Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Uckman, an options trading pro, ready to make beautiful music. Here we go with round number one. January chill or thrill? What's your prediction for the month? As some people call it, the January effect takes effect with a stock market rally.
Well, I was looking at some of the prognosticators, and I'm looking at a bigger rally than they're actually expecting. Average rally that the big banks, all these guys have called, is about 15% for this year. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but I'm thinking 3,000 first in the S&P and then 3,200 if you take the distance of the sell-off on top of those old highs.
This time of year, the prognosticator that I like to look at is Punxsutawney Phil for the weather. But in January, I'm looking for spring.
I think he's still hibernating.
I want spring, but I'll tell you what, I actually think that these prognosticators this year are going to be as accurate as Punxsutawney Phil. I think they're going to be right. I think the stock market's going to soar this year. I think last year's sell-off was just a major correction. I think the economy's doing great. I just think the market will find that out in a few months.
I see I have two bulls in the house. Let's take you on to round number two. Gas demand drive. Right now, Mexico has a gas shortage while Americans are pumping gas for around $2 per gallon. But is there a Saudi put in the oil market?
There is a Saudi put in the market. You know what that is? You know what the Fed put is, right? The Jerome Powell put?
Right.
The Powell's got the markets back. If the market goes down, the Fed's going to act. Saudi Arabia has the markets back. They do, because they said, hey, they don't like the fall in oil prices. They're going to do whatever it takes to raise oil prices. They have the power to do it.
But they're one of only three players. There's three big players, us, Russia, and Saudi. So, you know, they don't control the whole ballgame anymore. But I thought it was interesting that Mexico's running out of gasoline because people are stealing it in their pipelines.
Well, yeah, and part of the problem is that Mexico has not allowed foreign oil companies to come into their energy industry for generations.
Right.
Here they are, they're sitting on some of the world's biggest reserves of oil.
All right, so do you think gas prices are going to rise or fall from here?
They're going to rise.
All right, crude oil's made a comeback, up 9 sessions in a row. Or very close to it at the close here. So it's a big U-turn. If you look at the price pattern of crude oil and compare it to the price of stocks, it's almost the exact same thing. They had the same fall and the same bounce back. Let's see if it can continue.
I think a stock play that we can look at, they have to get gasoline to Mexico from the United States. They can't get it there by ship. They can't get it there by pipeline. BNSF, the good old Burlington Northern Santa Fe, is the way to go.
Round number three, penny thoughts. There was an amazing story this week that a penny worth almost $2 million was found in some lunch money. We've had a monster move in gold. What's on your metal minds?
I think I lost that penny. I think that was my penny.
The metals are on the move. I had that penny in my little collection, my little coin collection.
Yeah,
I was a kid. You have that one that was steel. 1943 had a steel penny, but this one was a steel and copper penny. But anyways,
well, because they needed the copper for the war back in that year, and so they made a few. The government then they said, no, we didn't make those things.
All right,
they denied
my copper play is Freeport-McMoran. It's been down. You can lean on the $10 level. It's down at 12 or so. So look long term. I think the copper market can come rebounding back. Combination of the China concerns and the fact that the dollar continues to go down. New 3-month lows in the dollar.
And palladium, if you like that market, it's hitting record highs every day. It's actually doing a lot better than copper because those supplies are a lot tighter. And it doesn't totally depend on whether we get a deal with China or not.
Here's your bonus round question for today. We've hit the cold month of January and it is ticker time. Here are some tickers. Winter, WNTR. Snow, SNOW. Skis, SKIS. Are all of those tickers true or is one of them false?
Winter,
I'm not falling
from the
for
Winter
this.
Warlock. Winter is a fake.
I'm gonna call nonsense on this whole thing because December was cold and the stock market's hot now in January.
You're like that guy in the end of the show, Mr. White Christmas, Mr. Warm Christmas. You're Mr. Warm Christmas. You want it to be warm all the time.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. There
Mr. Freeze.
Those were all true tickers.
They were all what?
See, all true. She does that. She does that to us.
Oh, okay.
They're all true.
That's not nice.
I really don't try to make this hard, guys.
I know. That's all right. That's okay. Well, we'll just sit out here and freeze to death.
Angie can't tell a lie. She can't tell a lie.
Yeah,
that's the thing. She can't tell a lie.
Yeah, if I could see her face right now, her nose would be out to here.
Check out businessfirstam.com to find out where to see our entire show. And don't forget to like, follow, and share Business First AM.